The dependency ratio is the number of people aged 0 to 15 plus those aged 65 and older divided by the working class aged 16 to 64, all multiplied by 100. As the dependency ratio increases, there is a greater need for economic support for the elderly, placing a greater burden on the working population.
A baby boomer is someone who was born after World War II between 1946 and 1964. This is due to the release of stress and pressure that kept people from starting families during the war years. After the war, women left the work front to go and bear children as their spouses replaced them in the workforce. The baby boomers are commonly associated with the rejection of traditional values, meaning they were often considered as rebels or hippies. During the years of the baby boom, annual births worldwide increased by over 4 million births per year.
Women's rights have greatly benefited the world as we know it, but there are some consequences that occur when women are empowered. Typically, when women are given greater opportunity and equality, they lose the desire to find themselves a suitable mate as they can now be more independent. It is a growing trend for women to prioritize their career over getting married and having children. By the time they decide to have children, if they do at all, it is harder for them to leave the workforce in order to raise the children. This results in them tending to only have 1 or 2 children, and this is not enough to replace themselves and their partner. Advances in medical technology have allowed women to better control their rates of consumption and childbearing.
With a lower birth rate and an increasing aging population, it is going to be difficult to pay for social programs and healthcare in the future. This will result in increased taxes and possibly decreased services provided by the government. As a result of there being fewer children, there will be fewer working-class citizens. On top of that, with the baby boom generation aging, there is going to be more elderly people to support financially than the current system can manage.
This will likely lead to economic depression. What can we do?